Hello, farmers, gardeners, homesteaders, YouTubers. Hello, friends. Today we're going to plant some peppers. And I'm going to do a couple different types. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plant a bunch in one of these. You've probably all seen this before. If not, you can go to, I call it Wally World, Walmart, Home Depot I think has them, Lowe's has them, some of hardware stores around here have them. Check out your garden centers. I don't remember how much I paid for this. I got this one at Lowe's, so because I'm a veteran, I get a 10% discount also. So for you veterans in there, keep that in mind. Lowe's. I think Home Depot does the same thing. In some areas they do, in other areas I guess they don't. But anyways, I have used this in the past. There was, in fact, I think on YouTube, I think I have one where I had started tomatoes in a bigger pellet. These are just little peat pellets. And what happens is you add the water to it, they swell up, you drop your seed in. So anyways, I'm going to plant some of my peppers in these. I mean, I'm going to use the whole container, but I'm planting a lot of peppers. Hot peppers, sweet peppers, and I'll show you the varieties I'm going to use here in a few minutes. So with this kit, you get the tray, you get, I think it's 72. Yeah, 72 of these little pellets. And then you have a dome. And that's to hold the moisture in. Now, one thing with peppers, and I've found the same with tomatoes when I'm doing this type, if I'm using these peat pellets, I do not put them underneath a light. I know a couple years ago, I think I had done tomatoes, and I know they had said not to use a light, not in direct sunlight, so what I did is I had it in the bottom of the tray. This year I'm going to put it on the top tray because I don't have the lights going on the top part of my seed rack. So what I'll do is I'll keep them there until they come up, and then I'll snap my lights on. It's very warm up there. I'm running somewhere around 85 to 87 degrees on the top tray because of the lights underneath it. Peppers like to start with warm temperatures. I know a lot of people put them on refrigerators, so keep that in mind. So you want to add about 10.5 cups of water, and what you want to do is go very slow, because what's going to happen, you're going to dump this water in, and these peat pellets are going to come up, and as they come up and as they're soaking up water, they're going to expand, and they're not going to fit in that little insert. So bear with me. I'm going to put the camera so you can see down below, see what I'm doing, and then I'm going to stop the camera. What I might do is I might take and start some other seeds. Well, some pepper seeds in regular seed starting soil, so those that want to start peppers, you know, and you don't want to deal with the peat pellets, they both work great, you know, whether you're doing this or whether you're using the Jiffy mix or whatever mix you want to use. So be with you in just a few minutes. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my water, and like I said, you want to go slow with the water. Just let it start going, and if you get some of the pellets to start to rise, and I'm sure I will, you know, just poke them down quick. You want to get it before they start. I can see one starting to lift already. So if I remember right, I used about 3/4 of a gallon. I think it's 10.5 cups they want. So you want to just go slow with it. We'll let that soak up a little bit. If you get a pellet that starts lifting up, just push it down. Seems like it takes about 20 minutes for this to soak up. So what I might do is, as this is going, I might get some trays ready to plant some other peppers. And I'll take you along for that. So stay tuned. Okay, welcome back, friends. While that other bunch, the peat pellets, are soaking up the water, I'm going to go ahead and plant a couple different varieties in regular seed starting mix. And to do this is easy. I know some of you watching might have done it many times before, but I'm in hopes that we have some new people that are watching that want to start growing for the family. So what I've got is a regular seed starting tray. I have got the seed cells. I'm going to only plant 24 plants right now, only because there's some other seeds that I want to get. And these are going to be kind of a trial and error. I was telling my wife what I want to do is plant extra. I know basically what she usually goes through in the course of a year, and then I want to plant enough of the extras so that I can sell some. I'm planning on putting a little stand out in front of the house. If I can sell some plants just to get back what I've spent for my garden, and I'll give a bunch away. There's some families that quite often I give some plants, you know, if I have extras away. So one of the ones I'm going to do is it's a burpee. It's a hot pepper. It's called a Spanish. This is a habanero blend. I've raised these before. They've done okay. So what they're saying is in a warm, well-lighted area, like I said, I know they want, this says well-lighted. I am going to put them up in the top part of my seed rack where there isn't light right now. I'm going to have the lights off, but it has the heat. And then once the 3/4 of my seedlings start, then I'll turn my lights on. And I found at times that I've had, especially with the peat pellets, I have to take some of the ones that haven't started. I'll put them in a tray like this and keep water in it, keep them in the dark, and once they come up, then they go with the rest of them. Now, excuse me on this tray. I usually have them all cleaned out. I didn't. Normally what I'll do is if I'm using trays that I've used before, I put them in water and vinegar, white vinegar solution, soak them for 20-25 minutes, kind of do it quick. I didn't do that. This is one that I had in here. I needed a tray real quick, so not recommended. Don't do what I do. So if you give me just a minute, I'm going to put the camera down on the trays so you can see what I'm doing. Very simple. Okay, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Now I've got them filled. They're not packed tight, loosely packed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pencil and I'm just going to go down just a bit. How far am I going? Like I said, I usually just do that. That's about all I'm going to go down. So each cell with about the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 6-pack of these. So I'll start with this one. Drop one seed. Yeah. Drop one seed in each hole. Like I said, in the next day or two, I'll pick up the other seeds that I want to plant and get those done. Alright, now I don't have my markers, so I'm going to put that there just so I can keep track. Okay, the other one, this is another hot pepper. It's a habanero, and this is supposed to be the hottest of all. So we'll throw some of them in there. For those that watched my planting of the pansy seeds, quite a difference between seeds of these and those pansy seeds. Boy, those pansy seeds are just so tiny. So I'm just going to drop one seed. There was two in that one. You know what? It's going to stay there. It's all right. Okay, and that was that. So then I'll tamp these down. Okay, let me move these for a minute. Now the next thing I'm going to do is just give them a little mist. Now this soil mix, it dried out a little bit. I had this all ready to do, and I got a bunch of text messages, and then I had a phone call, so I had to redump my soil. But it's all good. Give these a good soaking. Now, this will be the last time that I do this, that I do anything on top as far as watering. The next will all be in the tray. Now, what I'll probably do is at some point behind the camera is I'll wash either this tray out or another tray and put these in that. Okay, so now so I can keep track of what I put in what for the time being, I have these markers. You can get them from anywhere. These happen to be from Burpee, but you can put these tags in it and keep track. And where I really need to know is when I do my topping. Actually, that's not going to work either. Yeah, probably will. When I top my peppers, and I know some of you guys have already, in fact I've sent a few people. That's not the tray that goes to that, I don't think. Should be. Well, I might have to find a tray that fits this one, but that's alright. Alright, so now friends, what I'm going to do, other stand, so I don't know how well you're gonna see. Let me set this up and then I'll bring the camera up to it so you guys can see. Anyways, got it up here. This is the warmest place. Like I said, I've got my thermometer here now. If I put it down here, I'm running about 74, 75, which is all right for my flower plants. But up here, she's running right around 85, sometimes 87, because it's getting the light from this. One thing for those, I know there's been some that have taken an interest in this. What you might want to do, hopefully you're seeing, is maybe cut a flap, you know, not cut it all the way, cut it on 3 sides, and have it so it lifts up top so that you can control if you're getting a little too warm. You know, just have it a flap. I'm telling you, when I get all my lights going, it's unreal the amount of light that's in here. I mean, this whole room is just illuminated. So I will get back to you in a little bit when I put my seeds in the peat pots, and I'll show you how I do that. Very simple. Talk to you in a few. Okay, friends, welcome back. So now we've got the first bunch of seeds that we put in the seed rack. They're going to sit there till they germinate. And I also have, let's see how this works, the peat pellets that have been soaking for, probably a half hour, maybe a little better. My wife just got up from a nap, so I had to visit with her for a few minutes. That and the other thing, when you decide what you're gonna plant in these, what I really recommend is making a list. I don't know how well that's showing up, and especially for me, because I'm doing so many different types, and even when I start to top my peppers, I want to know what variety is where. Then I'm going to have to make little sticks for each individual cup, because I want to know, especially if I do sell some, but I want to know what they are when I go into the garden too. So what I'm going to be planting is California Wonder. I'm going to do 3 rows of that. I'm going to do 3 rows of Ace peppers, 3 rows of jalapeno peppers. My wife does a lot of salsa. She does a real hot, spicy one. That's what she eats. And mine, I have quite a few jalapenos in it, but she calls it the wimpy salsa. That's mine. I'm wimpy, I guess. Then I'm going to do a row of Big Jim chili peppers. Those, I think, are a medium hot. Yeah, they're a medium hot. Then I'm going to do Biker Billy. Those are supposed to be a hot pepper. And then sweet pepper, which I've never done before. We were at Walmart the other day, and I said, you know what? I'm going to try those. I asked my wife if she wanted to try those, and she said, yeah, we'll try them. So we're going to do that. I'm going to do 6 of those. So I'm not going to bore you with planning all of them. What I'll do is I'll maybe fast forward through each group. But what I do is I take a pencil. Okay, what I've done is I've gone to each one of these peat pellets and just gone down. Now I'm using a pencil. I broke the lid off, but I'm going just to that. That's about as deep as I'm going to do. So we'll get started with the California Wonders. I'm going to drop a seed in each one of those cells, 3 rows of them. Give me 18 peppers. That's what I'm shooting for anyways. Okay, so each one has a seed pellet in. Just make sure that they get down in there a ways. You don't want to poke it down to the bottom, but just down a ways. Some that kind of stuck up to the top, but that's okay. Alright, so now what you want to do is just kind of get that soil covering them. Just get it covering. Like I said, you don't want the seed all the way down to the bottom. You want to give it a little bit of a chance, but okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant 3 rows of my Ace. Days to germinate, 10 to 21. I have an idea. I'll have peppers coming up in about 7 days. Okay, next is the jalapeno. We're going to do 3 rows of that, 18 of them, 3, 6. Hopefully I have enough. Okay, the next row, Big Jim chili. This must have been named after me. Those are medium hot. So we're going to do 1 row of that, 6. My fingers have been beat all the years of dairy farming. Hard to feel. Okay, next is the Biker Billy. We'll do a row of that. Okay, and last but not least, Cobanel. This is going to be the first year we've ever done this, so I don't know how it's going to come out. Don't know what they taste like, but figured we'd give it a shot. Okay, so now we have those all in the seed rack. They all should be good. I'm excited to see how long it takes. So this is March 20th, Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday because I gotta teach. And you know what? Just in case I move this, I gotta know where I started from. So that will be the starting point. Put your dome on. But that dome doesn't fit real well. And that is the dome for it. I'll have to see if I've got one that fits a little tighter. So we're going to put that in the seed rack. Now if you happen to find, change this camera around a little bit. If you find condensation on your dome, don't worry about it. You want that. It's showing that you've got the moisture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up on the tray, top rack, because that's my warmest place. And we'll see how long it takes to germinate. Friends, I hope this might have helped somebody. It's easy. It's so easy to sow seeds. And hopefully as they come up, you'll see that, Jim didn't do a whole lot of effort to plant them. Your seed trays, you can use those over again. Of course, you can't with the peat pellets. You can buy peat pellets. In fact, I have some. Maybe I'll try some more plants using those. I've got some peat pellets. I've still got some trays, so we might give that a shot. If you like this video, click the like button. Share it with your friends. Maybe you've got a family member that wants to grow some things and just doesn't dare to do it. It's easy. You can grow your food yourself. As we go through this season, I'll plant some stuff that we can put on a deck or a patio if that's what you have. That way you can have fresh peppers, fresh tomatoes. I'll show you how you can do it with lettuce and spinach and maybe even some carrots. If you have a garden, I can show you how I do the Back to Eden garden, which works so great for me. all kinds of things I want to show you guys. So like I said, if you liked it, click the like button. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do. And then that bell. I don't usually do the bell. I usually go when I search. Usually I have a list of ones that I'm subscribed to. But thank you. Have a great growing season this year. We love you. God bless you.